before I started doing this, because it's a pain to have to go back and edit it, so I just used like the shadow figure in the background before the live. Let's see how it goes. Now I've got a whole empty space over here. I should do something about that, but I don't have a door. Anyway, I wanted to do some Halloween makeup, but at my job, I'm testing out a new thing that we're doing for skincare, and that's microneedling. So it's a little, kind of like a tattoo gun, and you get like little needles, and it goes through a couple layers of skin, injecting serums and stuff in. So I broke out a little bit, and I'm dry because I did it Wednesday, and I was like, oh no, I'm supposed to do a video on Thursday. So, but anyway, I got my hair done for the first time since July, and every time I keep getting it done, it gets lighter and lighter. This is the lightest that I've like ever been in my whole life. This is what my hair like normally would look like. So I'm going light. I'm gonna use my little skeleton clips. So I decided to try and do just like a fall look, standard makeup today, just so then I don't put a lot of like colors all over my face and stuff like that. So I shall begin. I think I'm going to do something different with my brows, because I was looking at this palette, and it's old and you can't buy it anymore, but I actually found it brand new on Sephora a couple years ago. It's a Smashbox classified palette, and I really like these for like Christmas time with brown eyes. But this one, I was like, that might work really good as a brow color. So I'm gonna like screw around with it. And I mean, it's a little shimmery, but sometimes, like for the holidays and stuff, I kind of like a little shimmer for the brows. So, and that's the thing I was gonna say. I'm just gonna experiment. And I think if I do any Halloween or like crazy makeup looks, I'm not gonna practice them. For some reason, like the first time I bang it out, it works better than the second time. So I'm just gonna like wing it and just do stuff on my channel. I'm just going in with my normal foundation, the Limelight, and don't mind my nails, they're a little jacked up because they broke with black polish on, and then I had to patch them. So, and I didn't polish it. That's why I've been doing this one color, and then all the other is black. So if you were wondering why that is. So I now need a color to do my pointer finger. I want to stick with the bright colors, but considering it's November, I was like, maybe we'll just try something else. I don't know. I need to buy more nail polishes. I know that, because I used to have like a million of them, and now they're all old and gross. So, alright, I'm going to go in with one of my Urban Decay brushes, this little end, and I think I'm going to try it. I'm going to go with like this light brown right here and see if that does anything. It's really shimmery, so it might turn out like shit. We don't know. Let's find out. And then maybe I should move this a little closer. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, it doesn't really show up. So, that's okay. If that's what happens, then you just go into the other side and make it match, because it'll look really goofy if you try to go over the other side. I was doing the Huda Nude Light palette in the summer. I use that all the time, and there's a dark mauve color. I don't know if I have. Oh, here it is. And a girl when I was out was like, do you have like mauve eyebrows? And I was like, yeah, it's like, it's a brown, but it's not brown. And she's like, that's really daring. And I was like, okay, thank you. So I might go back to doing that again. I like doing different stuff all the time, because why not? Okay, so now I'm going to go into this brown color. And these don't really have names. And like I said, like this is a palette it was out years and years ago. And then I found it a couple more years ago. Hello! I found it a couple more years later on Sephora, and I was like, oh, I really like that palette. So I honestly just unsealed it, because you're not supposed to obviously use like old ass eyeshadow, but I just unsealed it like not that long ago, so it's okay. All right, so I'm gonna go in with this brown, and like I said, sometimes I just experiment. That doesn't look bad. It is quite shimmery, but maybe it'll give like a 3D effect. And sometimes my lines don't match up all that great. Look in my other mirror. And then I'll just clean up around it. But I like to fill in like this part here because it starts looking too sparse. And I also, the the brow pencil that I've been using just seems, it looks nice for some looks, but if I'm going to do other looks, it just seems too dark. And with my hair being light, but I mean, in a way, it's kind of like an 80s Madonna type thing. And to get this shape, I just kind of go with the way the brush is because it's rounded. So if you've ever like painted or anything, and then you just use the side of it and just drag it up, and then I just follow what like outside of my brows looks like. I don't think that looks too bad. I'm not mad at it. It's okay. I'm glad for everybody that showed up. I wanted to post something yesterday and be like, I'm not doing a video today, but tomorrow I will. And then I just didn't. I partook in a little bit of wine yesterday, so. And it was good. I hadn't had Lambrusco in like a million years, and I was like, I remember why I liked this so much. So I think it's going to be a new favorite again, because it's not like too strong. You can have a nice time but not get crazy. Okay, now do you see where that disconnection is between those two? That's okay, because I think I'm going to go in with the liquid and do that. I almost got bangs today. I was thinking about it, and then my boss was like, you're on that bang thing again. I'm like, it's been like 2 years since I had bangs. I'm like, I feel like my forehead's huge. And he's like, it's not. And I'm like, all right, then I won't get bangs. Now I'm going to go in with this concealer brush, and then, like I said, I'm going to clean them up. I have a hard time eyeballing it to see where to like line it up. And then you know what I hate too? Like, I like it being straight up and down against my face, but then on the same hand, it looks strange from the side. So I think, for me at least, doing it just on a slight angle in works. See, now I angled that one too much. When you get your hand in, and then if I did angle it too much, then I just kind of go in, and I don't like that harsh line, so I'll just kind of blend it out. Literally, some days it'll take me forever just to do my brows. I'm like, you can't just whack them on. It doesn't work that way. The only thing I just noticed is when I covered this up with the foundation, it turned like gray here. Probably because of the shimmer. Whatever. Sometimes it also like looks weird in real life, but then in pictures you're like, whoa, that looks really cool. So it all depends. And you know what I realized? I didn't use a primer. That's alright, I'll just put it on the rest of my face. I'm gonna use, this one's one of my favorites, but it's super expensive. This is the Clarins Instant Smooth Perfecting Touch. They have a L'Oreal one that supposedly is a dupe. It's like really thick. I've tried it. Oh, hey, it's Nadine. But that's okay. And I'm really like dry from doing that microneedling, so Alright, so we'll just pop that on there. And then let's pop it on here. Hey, Daniel! I hope you're having a good Friday. Alright. That works. As long as it's like here, that's okay. And it's not like I'm going to have it on for long because I am not going anywhere. Oh. It's okay. And it's 9 p.m. and I'm having some coffee, so. Okay. Next I am doing, if I can find, I still have like everything all over from Halloween and I need to clean my brushes. I don't think they turned out too bad. I'm really not worried. Oh, that's okay. Well, hopefully it was a fun time. Not a problem. You know, when I worked in customer service and I would tell people my name over the phone and they would always get it wrong. I'm like, it's whatever. All right, I'm going to go in with my normal primer, the P. Louise. I want to get some of the colored primers from them. I think they would be neat, and maybe like a little bit of a darker one, but I like this lighter one. So sometimes I like, if I had the money to just like buy stuff just to buy it, that would be cool, but I don't. So I literally just stick with what I have. I did notice that I need at least one new eyeshadow palette, but I'm not sure which one I would get. The Christmas sets are like all out now, and they always entice me. And it's always like, Agnes. It was actually, my first name was supposed to be Christine, and as the story goes, my mom had found my name in like a baby book or something, so Christine had become my middle name. And slowly run. How about that? And it's weird too, because well, I guess not weird. I guess if you don't have a common name and you can't find, you know, personalized things and stuff like all the other cool kids. I always hated my name when I was like in elementary school and middle school and stuff. Gertie. Calling somebody like Gertie. Someone made a post on Twitter a little bit ago. I think it was Alexandra Nova. I always don't know. Oh, yes, coffee. In my minion mug. I like it because it's huge. But like old names, and Gertie was one of them that somebody mentioned. But yeah, I didn't like my name, and I was always like, why couldn't it just be Christine? Because, you know, you're in a sea of Jennifers and Heathers and Tiffany's, and everybody can get their name on stuff, but you can't. And then, well, I screwed that up just a little bit, but I'll go in with it. But, I don't know. As I got older, I was just like, you know what? It kind of fits because my name is different and I'm not usual, so it works out. I have a cup. Okay. So I'm just going to go in with this little brush. I had another one too, and I don't know what I did with it. I lose things, and I am not very organized. I was under the impression that, like, when you reached a certain age, that maybe, like, things just, I'm talking and then I'm, like, messing shit up, but whatever. That maybe, just maybe, like, all of a sudden, magically, like, you would become organized and stuff. That is untrue. That is absolutely untrue. I am just not that kind of person. I am like the late person. Also, I think having good organization skills also requires you to like be a planner. I think that's too bad. And I am not a planner. To be honest, I don't like it. I really don't like it. I don't like planning things. I like to be spontaneous. I think that's way more exciting than planning every single little thing. Because to be honest, in life, nothing is certain anyway, even when you make your plans. What kind of prepper, Daniel? Are you like a doomsday prepper, or are you like, do you just like prep? Oh, great. Well, thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Even if anybody like can't hang out or like stay, I really appreciate when you stop by and say hello, because that's big, you know, like having support of everybody. So I really appreciate it. But yeah, Daniel, you gotta answer me. Are you a doomsday prepper, or are you just like doomsday preppers? Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't. You're gonna get me talking on stuff. I've been thinking a lot about a lot of things lately. I mean, like, which everybody is, and I don't know. I think it's all bullshit. I mean, I know there's stuff going on, and people are gonna be like, "She said it's bullshit." Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm doing makeup, dude. Like, all I know is growing up, I was always told like, this is going to happen, and that's going to happen, and this is going to happen, and that's going to happen. And I understand that there are things going on, and everything's like a little fucked up. But on the same hand, maybe it's just because I hold out hope that things will be okay. I don't know. Maybe another time we'll talk about it. There's something else I wanted to talk about, and now I forgot. This is kind of like a holiday type palette. I don't think I've ever used this. I won it in a beauty group on Facebook. And it's a, okay, good. Yeah, without getting too far into it, that's my little blip of things. I don't talk about things like that on Twitter, because I want to just like make things fun. Everybody else talks about all that stuff. That's not what I want to talk about. If we were having a couple drinks, hanging out, that would be when I would talk about it. But this is a Pat McGrath mini palette, the Eye Ecstasy Sublime. I want to try, hi! I want to try her other palettes, but they're super expensive. So anyway, I'm going to do something with this, very like holiday-ish. I think it's maybe more like Thanksgiving colors. So, and then the Natasha Denona bronze. That sounds good. I need to travel, Daniel, and if I can get to where you are, I know where you are. I'm not going to say where you are, but we don't want everybody knowing, I guess. All right. And I was actually talking to my boss today, too, about palettes, and I was like, why is it that all of these palettes, a lot of them, the only ones I notice is like, well, even in this one, the Naked Wild West, like this is a light, but it's not like a highlight. A lot of the palettes used to always come with like a brighter highlight, and I was like, is it because people, oh, thank you. Is it because people are using like their highlighter that they use on their face as highlight? I don't know. I don't really watch like makeup videos. I used to watch them a lot more, but I just don't. So I don't know. All right. So as far as the color goes, I think I'm going to go with this one here, which is, it is Sextrovert. Interesting. It's kind of like a, goldish, greenish color. It's really pretty. I'm going to do that on my lid, and we're going to see how that goes. I actually bought these, which I used to be a master with these guys because they would always come with all the eyeshadow palettes. I don't think they come with eyeshadow palettes anymore. But I was like, holy hell. I was like, I haven't used them in forever. So I'm going to go in with that, and I'm going to do it on my lid because I was like, my fingers, especially with my nails, if I try to like put it on here. If I try to put it on my nails, it's just like I poke myself in the eye. So I'm going to go in and just kind of put it on my lid. I'm doing that weird face thing that I did in like my first videos where you do this and then I'm like, it looks weird. I don't know the tricks of all these other chicks out there. I'm just doing my thing. That's a really, it's an interesting color. See how it looks kind of green? But it's also like yellow at the same time. Pretty. So I'm going to just do that to pop out a brighter color there. I went to the grocery store today and I think they started their like Thanksgiving and whatnot sales early because, well, first of all, my local grocery store that I live nearby, I haven't been able to find friggin' the Green Giant canned corn for like a while. All they have is, I mean, they do have the like the little cans, which I'm not mad about, but they're more expensive. And cream corn. Fuck cream corn, man. That shit is gross as hell. My mom used to get cream corn. I really like that. That's a really... It looks very green in this. Okay. But anyway, yeah, cream corn's freaking disgusting. She would always get it. And I'm like, oh, man. Like, you can't even scoop it up with your fork and then the, like, stuff's going through your fork. And you're like, how the hell am I supposed to keep this on my fork? Aw, thanks. Yeah, cream corn's friggin' gross as hell. I am going to do, let's see, what color brown will go with this best? Let's go in, I'm going to do the darker one. I'm going to go for suntan right here. At first when I got this palette, and I won this one on the Facebook beauty group. This is why I don't go in the Facebook beauty groups now, because I will spend money on their raffles and I don't have money to spend. I'm just using this like Urban Decay brush. This one came with the oh yeah, it's friggin' gross. Don't even attempt to go there, Daniel. My brother likes it, but ugh. This came with the Alice in Wonderland palette. I still have that one. And it's pointy, so because I want to get a pretty lot of color right here and just stay up this way, because if I put it in my crease if I put it in here, then you're not going to see it. I want to try and like lift my crease up a little higher. I think they go pretty good together. So now we got to try and make those sides match. And this is what I used to always do, a full face of foundation first. But because I touch my face to like anchor my hand, I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to do that. So now I just got to kind of match these up. I'm mad that I had to get some of my hair cut off today. It was getting so long, but bleaching it just kind of kills the ends, so it'll be back. Doesn't match exactly, but we're close. Alright, now, and that's the thing too, where like this eye kind of hangs down a little bit more than the other one. I have someone, a client of mine that got like eyelid surgery to like make that smaller. I don't know. I would be terrified to do anything to my face just because I've seen some. That right side looks so pretty. Look at it. Bang. And then this left side's like, oh well. But yeah, I've seen so many like horror stories over. Hi. Just like people getting like bad plastic surgery and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, plus I'm broke. I mean, like, for real, like, if you don't have any money and you're just thinking about like, one of these days I'll get that fixed, it's like a pipe dream. I think these are evening out pretty good. It looks like commas. Ooh, that looks nice. It's like Morticia and the Addams Family when they did, you know, the old school lighting tricks. I miss old school lighting tricks. It's HD shit and everything is like crap. Bring back old time theatrics, people. Lighting tricks and sound effects. They did. Well, I hope you got a refund, Daniel. I hope you do. I hope you did. Alright, I'm going to try and just do a little deeper down on here. Just to kind of sharpen that. And I don't want to like get too much more color on because I'm going darker to lighter. So, and I mean, sometimes people will take a different brush to get that point. I'm just using this shit, man. Like, I'm not gonna go picking up another pointy brush to do what I could do with this one if I just take my time. Plus, what if I didn't have a different brush, right? What if just so happened that I didn't have a different brush and I needed to do a certain look? Well, that's why I learned how to do everything on these. Because then, ooh, that looks pretty even. Then you can do whatever you need to do with whatever tools that you have available. Okay, I'm gonna try, what color should I do? Ooh, you know what we're gonna do? I think I'm gonna do this beach color. Oh, look, you can see my baby Yoda up there. Woo! Grogu's like, what's up, bitches? All right, I'm gonna try the beach, and I'm gonna put that in here to just kind of bring those two together. Not completely together, obviously, because all of these colors are not exactly the same. And then I'm gonna just blend this into at the bottom there. So then that way, you don't really see that harsh line. Oh, I know. So much stuff is so lame. It's just like, really? When is that new season supposed to come out? Like January, I think? I think that looks pretty good together. Look at that, just like blended right in. I really did enjoy the show, though. I mean, I thought it was good. And obviously, Grogu's cute as hell. So, I mean, am I going to avoid something cute? No. I just made a post yesterday about, like, we should have cute day, like, every day. Now, because that Pat McGrath color was shimmery, it's bringing a little bit of shimmer up into here, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not worried about it. Okay. That's what I thought. I finished... Does anybody watch American Horror Story? I just finished the recent... that looks really nice. Look at how, like, that blended a little bit of the shimmer in there. I don't think this side picked up as much shimmer, so I'm just going to, like, pop it into that one. Oh, cool. Well, you're not stealing. I'm offering the tips. Yeah, go for it. It's pretty much the same thing, you know. All right. Yeah, I brought that just a little bit more of the shimmer from here up into there because I didn't want a ton of shimmer there. Okay. But yeah, I just finished the recent season of American Horror Story, and the first part I was like, okay, it's pretty cool, and then the second part I was just like, nah. I don't know if that dripped or not. Oh, it did. Yeah, I was just like not impressed with it. Some of the acting was good, of course, but the story was just like boring. All right, let's see. I need to blend the top. Hello. All right, I'm gonna take this brush here. It doesn't have purple on it. It's just like stained from Halloween because I'm like doing this just to make sure. And I just want to blend that line out here. I will say, I am partial to like a harsh line on the brow bone, like drag queen-esque. I always have been, even before, you know, Instagram girls came out and people doing YouTube videos. I've just always liked it. But it looks less stage. Obviously, if you were on stage, you don't need to blend it because you want to be able to see that distinction. Again, almost similar to like the old school lighting tricks. Okay. This is going to be a fairly easy like eye look. I mean, here's me a half hour in blending, but I'm also talking too, so you know. I think that's going to be pretty decent. I'm just going to do a little bit here. I think I need something here though. I've been into doing something there, but I don't want to take away from that green. Maybe we'll go just a little darker. I'm going to do this ridge. I'm going to try it on my hand first just to see. Maybe a little too, what about sundown? They're too orange. Oh, what about, this is me every day. This one. I like this peachy pink color Bliss. I think that's going to work. We're going to do a little shimmer but with a different color. And I just like dabbed it on, and then I'm just gonna, it's like a blush shimmer color. I mean, it's better. It's not what I was looking for, but that is what experimenting is all about, right? And then it's too far in here, so I'm just gonna take that, my trusty cleanup brush, and just go down. Yeah, and then it looks better from the front. All right. I think that's good. All right. Perfect. I think I know what I'm going to do underneath too, so that's good. All right, next, what are we going to do next? I want to get, I was telling my friend the other day, I was like, there's no way I can like not bake and do my makeup, so that's what we got. This is one of the Lime Life concealers. I think it's like, okay, I'm like, I don't know what that is. I think it's like there is 0 color, but I just want to go in on like the darker areas that I have going on. And a little bit of stuff Just like the redness. I will say I was really impressed with the microneedling that I did at work on myself. So, to do it more. Oh my god, no! Do your thing. I was okay. Listen, this is a space for everybody. So, you go for it. I was just like, I don't know what that is. I thought I was talking to me at first. And then I'm like, I don't know. It's okay. I don't know. And I tell people like all the time, I'm like, I forget what it was. I mentioned something the one day and somebody was like, oh my god, I can't believe that you know that. I'm just filling in this hole that I have here. Don't pop your pimples when you're not supposed to. It's been there since I was like 18. But I don't even remember what it was I was talking about the one day. And it was the last time. It was last week when I did my live and we were talking about wrestling. And people were like, oh my god, I can't believe they know that. Like, you didn't realize that I'm just the big dork. Like, for real. Alright. Let's blend these. I hope you can't hear my chair, like, wobbling around. I would put something underneath it, but then if I try to move my chair, it's gonna be, like, ridiculous. Alright, I'm gonna go all around now with this color. And just cover up, but I'm not gonna do under my eyes because I have a concealer that yay! I'm still using this darker color from Summer just because I like how it shows up better in pictures. Once I go lighter on my face, then I start to look like a vampire, and I'm like, I'm not ready for that yet. It isn't February yet. And then I'll do my forehead last, only because when I do my mascara and stuff and I like go like this, then all of a sudden I get creases, and I don't want that. So I did try these eye patches that I got from Target before I came on, and I wish I kept the package, but I didn't. They were Pacifica ones, and they seem to work pretty okay because under my eyes got dry from doing the micro needling. So I tried them. They were okay. I got these other ones, and they're actually from Japan, and they were a lot better, but they're like $4 each, and then you gotta pay like $5 shipping, and I'm like, oh. So I'm gonna use the L'Oreal True Match eye cream and a concealer. A friend of mine actually was like, oh, is that a dupe for IT Cosmetics? And I was like, oh no, maybe. But it's my favorite one now. And you just need like a tiny bit. And I got it for like $15 at CVS. And I like that it is really pigmented. Like, it covers everything, but it doesn't dry weird, and it doesn't get creasy and gross and disgusting. So I was really happy about that. I'm like, I bought it on a whim, and most of the time when I buy things on a whim, I'm disappointed, and I was not disappointed at all. But a lot of L'Oreal stuff is really good. And I was talking to some girls about like drugstore makeup and stuff, and I mean, drugstore makeup is pretty much like what I used for years and years and years and years. It's still it didn't show up, it didn't work out all that great, I think, because I used those eye things before. But on here it looks good, so there's that. In real life it's kind of like And then I'm going to use the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Finishing Powder. Again, I bought this on a whim at CVS too, and I was pleasantly surprised. So I'm going to take this teeny little Oh yeah, I know. It's crazy. And even like the new stuff that's always coming out, like that's why I was testing the microneedling pen on myself, because it's so new to the US. There's not really like any classes out there that you can take about it or anything. So I'm like, well, experiment time it is. And so I'm experimenting on myself and other people. Still a little dry, but because it said you aren't supposed to put makeup on for 48 hours. So that's why I was like, yesterday, I'm like, I'm not going to do anything. All right, and then I just set under there with the little blender. And I always thought that that would look really bad after it set, and it would make lines worse. But this concealer and this powder actually work really good. I've used the Tarte Shape Tape, and I know that there's like a huge thing years ago about it like being awesome, and I thought it was too thick. I don't think that it really like did what it said it was doing for other people. See, I'm like patchy here. It's not perfect, but it is what it is. All right. So let's do, we'll finish the eyes. I'm going to go in with, because I want to use another one of these shimmers. Oh, I'm going to use this brown one under my eye. And that one is, if I turn this around, Corruption. So I'm going to use the little brush that came with the Smashbox, because I think this brush is really cool. So I'm going to just dip it in there. And then I always start out here and bring it down and in, because this eye, I don't remember which one it is. One of them's like bigger than the other. And in my one picture, I was like, holy hell, it looks like way bigger. But like nobody's face is really symmetrical anyway. So isn't that the trick of makeup? You're supposed to like be able to make your, pop out your features, make yourself more symmetrical. My one eye just always is like bigger than the other. And I know it's probably like really minuscule, but that just turned out like really patchy. Is it this brush? Is it this color? What the hell's going on here? It might just be my under eye being ridiculous right now. That is also a possibility. But yeah, I always wanted more of like the cat eye look, and now I'm like, I want like big doll eyes. I want my eyeballs to look huge. Okay, cool. That works. And then I'm going to go with that brush that I used up here and just blend it on the edges. I don't think I'm like super happy about that. Like I said, it could just be whatever's going on with my under eye today. I guess it looks okay. It looks good on camera, so. I'm also super particular about things lots of times too, so like it doesn't have to be perfect, but especially when it's like my work, it's like I'm gonna dip into that and I'm doing. So, you know, you make something, and then if it's not right, yeah, exactly. Okay. And it looks weird now before I put the mascara on, because you're only getting that effect coming down. So it's kind of like, oh, sad. Alright, and then I'm going to go back with this, the little Smashbox one, and I'm going to go into Deep Dive right here, the darker, it's like, it's not black and it's not blue, it's like a blue, black, purplish color, but I just want to go right on the lash line, just to darken that. don't know if it's showing up that dark, but it is what it is. Well, yeah, a little darker, so that's good. And then bring it over here. Alright, and then I'm going to blend this up here a little bit more. As I poke myself in the eye. I poked myself in the eye with like, I'm like, with this nail on Halloween, and it just like went right in my eye. And I told my daughter, and she was like, oh, you put your nail in your eye. I was like, I didn't mean to. It just happened. I have like an itch on my nose right now, so. Okay. I think, hold on. This side just is down a little bit further than this side. Okay, that's good. All right, and then I said about the brows, because I didn't do there. I think that's good for the shadow, and then I'll do the highlight after. So where's my, this is like a liquid brow. The only thing is like the angle of my arms, I can get the left side looking really good a lot of times, and then the right side ends up wonky because it's hard to like angle my hand. So I'm gonna try. Thanks! So let's try the right side first. And I'm gonna try just doing it this way. Because I just wanna like draw individual hairs. I think that's the way I'm going to have to go. And it's just really slight. And then I'm just going to go right into where my brow is. But you can see it's a little darker and it blends a little better than here. You have a stop and then a start. I think that's the way I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to do it this way. That's hard to do like during the day when you're hurrying up for work and you're like, oh, I gotta draw my eyebrows on. Ah. So sometimes I don't wear makeup to work. Like, all the time. Alright, so let's do this one. You just like to go slightly past that line and make it look more real. I think that's good. Only thing is right here, my brow's like angry. It doesn't look angled up enough. I'm going to take this and just trace that down. I think that's good. Alright, so we did that. Now I'm going to take the highlighter that I'm going to use on my face. This is a Milani Baked Highlighter in Dolce Perla. And let's see if I have a tiny brush. Again, I have to wash all my stuff. This looks like it doesn't have much on it. Oh, darn it. I missed what that said. I just saw a stream like this, that, and then I missed it. And I'm just going to put this right on my brow bone here. I usually do the highlighter first, but today I was like, oh, I'll do a different one. Not bad. So it's like, this is kind of like a, I'm going to visit my family for Thanksgiving look. We're going to hang out, and I'm going to stuff myself turkey. I'm going to use the highlighter in here. I hate that, like, when you comment on stuff during the live, like, it doesn't show up in the comments later. Like, I think you have to, like, watch the video or something. I don't know. I still don't know a lot about these things. I'm just going to highlight right here. I learned a new term. This is a tear trough. That's what I was trying to like fix with the micro needling. Because in the summer, it's not there as bad as it is in the winter. And then all of a sudden, then fall comes, and then it's like, hi, you're going to become a vampire and look weird. I just need to get my drink here. I don't know if, I think I had these last time. They're like raspberry green teas. I'm really like obsessed with the Crystal Light, the peach tea in these packets. The only thing is, right here, I noticed it started like staining my teeth from drinking it out of the bottle. And I'm like, ooh, I can't have that. So this one's not as dark, it's lighter. And I don't think it's as bad. Okay. I am going to finish up the brows. It's like worn off, but this is the Benefit Gimme Brow. And it's just, I think the first version they had of this was a lot better. It's supposed to have little brow fibers, like fibers for your brows, to build them up. And I have not noticed that in this version since they changed the packaging. It just seems more like a tinted brow gel to me, maybe a thicker tinted brow gel, but nonetheless a tinted brow gel. It doesn't seem like it adds anything other than that. Good. Okay. Alright, I just need to put some eye drops in because sometimes I forget before I take pictures and I post them to put eye drops in. But doing the shadow like gets in my eyes and it dries them out. And these are like freaking amazing. They're Lumify, and I just get the tiny bottles because it's expensive for the bigger ones. So the little ones like last forever. But my eye doctor said, try these because they work amazing. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try them. And I tried them and I was like, they are pretty amazing. All right, brows. Let's do the lashes, and then I could do like the contour and blush and stuff, and then we'll be good to go. The Ever Cosmetics Whiplash, which I need to get a new one of. This one's getting really old. I did have this one, the Urban Decay Lash Freak, and I wasn't a fan. But with this one getting old, what I did find, and I usually don't like lash primers, I have this little guy of the Urban Decay Subversion lash primer. I always hated lash primers because they're white. And when you put them on and then you put your mascara over them, you could still see the white. Like, I've tried them years and years ago when they first came out. And I was like, you could still see the white. Like, I don't understand what the purpose of this is. But I noticed with my mascara getting old, putting this on first, like, really helped. So, I'll pop this on. And it's not too white. So what it's going to do is it's just going to separate my lashes the way that I want them to be separated. And you can't really see it. It's just kind of like, it's white, but it's clearish. It's just weird with this tiny little, like, lid. I think I got this from one of the beauty groups too, or something. I used to order from Sephora a lot back when they were a lot better. And you would get like cool samples and stuff. And I used to have like all these perfume samples everywhere in my bathroom. So a little more on the outside here. It's basically like a white-ish mascara, I guess. I mean, because it does like lengthen and everything. So, alright, we got that on. Let's go in with this. I did get this in my FabFitFun box too. The Babe Lash Curler. I think they're like I don't know, like $30 or something. I was like, this crappy Sephora one that I bought years ago works better. So sometimes more expensive is not better. I've always been of the idea that if I can get more things for a certain amount of money than one thing, it just works out better. So I'm going to put this side, and if you'll see, it separated them pretty nice. So I will say that this Lash Freak sucks. You know what? I'll show you the brush. So if you look, I mean, if somebody knows how to operate this, it kind of reminds me of the L'Oreal Telescopic, but there's like so much product on here, and I'm like, it may just be that type of mascara that if you want like the clumped together type lashes, then that's like what you're gonna get. I don't know. I don't like that look. That's just me. I don't like a lot of looks. I like more of like a classic type look, I guess. And that's okay. Everybody's got their own thing. Alright, so I did this one. So see how that doesn't look as like, I want to say stark. Why all of a sudden do I question my vocabulary? This is me off. I think because so many people are quick to correct you these days, or they'll like, even in real life, they'll stand there with like a phone and be like, that's not what that word means. Sorry, dude, I don't know. I've only been saying that word for 20 years and nobody corrected me in whatever context I used it in, so if you want to be that guy, you can go ahead and be that guy. Yeah, this is getting way too old. Oh, thank you. I love this mirror. I have another one too. I have a black one at work. I have this one, and then this is the Halloween one. But yeah, I love my cute stuff. I don't know. My left eye always gets down here. I got this weird eyelash. It was there the other day, and it's one of those ones that like shoots straight out, and it's literally like right over my iris. So don't mind me as I yank it out of my face. Bye. I always hate those ones too that are like in here and then they're like digging in your eye. I've had these tweezers forever. I'm gonna have to look and see if they probably don't sell them anymore. If anybody's ever used the Avon Mark stuff, they used to have this thing that you connect them together. You could put like a lip gloss on one end, a mascara on the other end, and then they had these tweezers that you could connect to, and like they were great. Okay. Anyway, so let me go in just real quick and blend this up. Okay, so see, I think that worked out pretty good there. Good. All right, what do we got? Now we're, oh, like glitter, just leave eyelashes like all over. All right, so let's put that away. And then I'm gonna do, I already did everything. Where is my foundation? If you wore like swim goggles, it would keep them in, and then you wouldn't leave traces. Just like an idea. I am not condoning anything. All right, I'm just saying. Goggles. Let's just touch up a little bit more. It's really hard for me to cover up these, like, acne scars. So I'm hoping with doing the microneedling at work that maybe it'll get rid of them. I could cover them up if I had to. Oh, thank you. I'm just myself. Same thing. If it's got a seal around it, then you're not gonna lose them. Okay, so we're gonna do the contour, and I'm gonna use what I've been using, the Maybelline Fit Me. It's actually foundation. It's just a darker foundation. This one's in coconut. So I'm gonna go, and I had another brush that I was using, but I used it on someone else. So I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna do a line on my forehead. And the inside is a lighter color too, so I've just been kind of using the side lately. And then the other day I contoured a little higher, and I was like, I've noticed people doing that, but as far as my face goes, because like this is where my cheekbone starts, like I don't have to do it higher. So I'm just gonna start like right here in the middle of my ear and just drag it down. And then same here. And then line it up. I try my best to even it out as good as I can. I don't know. Again, I'm not perfect. I'll never admit and say that I am, because it's not true. And then we're going to do it down here. Okay. I'll probably try and do my nose too, but... And the reason I do here is... Oh gosh. No. So, I mean, honestly, if other people want to say that, you go right ahead. I'm not coming. But anyway, oh. Okay. I want to go tanning, but on the same hand, I also don't want to, like, destroy my skin. Like, I'll tan in the summer, but I don't want to keep doing it. Okay, so then I'm going to just blend this here. Somebody's puppy's barking. It's crazy how it looks so dark here, and then I look in this mirror and it's like not that dark. Yeah, I definitely think me doing it lower is just, it just works better for me. And then I'm going to just go with the foundation and then clean up anything else that like is too low. Okay, let's do this. Why do cameras like make your forehead look gigantic? I hate that. I'm like, my forehead is not that big. Even my head itself, I'm like, why do I look like I have a giant like head on my body? It is not like that. And I think things are weird too, personally, from like losing weight and then like seeing my face now compared to then, and I'm like, why does this look the way that it does? Because you're skinnier, goof. That's why. What's that look the way that it does? I think it's just me. That's good. Alright, let's try doing the contour on the nose. My nose is weird though. Like some people have like a nice, I have like this divot here. So when I do it, it like gets weird. So I'm just gonna go right here and not be straight about it. And then I think I had like a dream last night that I like had that Lisa Rinna like contoured nose, and I was like, it doesn't look that bad. See, I always end up like blending it too much that you can't see it, you know. If I'm like just trying to go to work and stuff, I'm not going to do that. the only reason that contouring the nose is like a thing is because when I've noticed when I don't have makeup on, I'm like, oh, my nose looks fine. But then when you do have makeup on, because it erases the natural, like if you've ever noticed, think of it this way, if you've ever noticed your skin in the sun, you can see like all these rainbow colors when you have healthy skin showing up because it's your skin's natural reflection. But when you put like makeup on, it's a mask, and then it just completely gets rid of that natural like highlight that your body produces. So you have to then create these dimensions on your face. So it's pretty crazy. That looks kind of cute. Okay. I think that was the best one I've ever done. Yay! Alright, so again, I don't have a clean little brush. Oh, I saw a thing too. Somebody did this white pencil and then like did a highlight, and I was like, that's cute. Ooh, look, I got this one though. Let's try that. Why not? This is the NYX, one of their crayons. Ooh, cashmere. Let's try that instead of the powder. If I could draw a straight line, that would be great. Alright, and then we're going to do that. This is why I just like experimenting with stuff, because you never know. You never know. And it might look cute. It might look like crap too, but even sometimes, like I'll do it, I'll do makeup, and then I'm like, I can't fix this because I have to leave. And then people are like, wow, your makeup looks great. And I'm like, okay, thanks, because I let it look terrible. So, blush. I'm going to use this one. It's Sub-Zero. Get over here. Phase Zero Making Moves. I think I got this in like a FabFitFun box. It kind of reminds me of the NARS Orgasm, which I think I threw mine away because it was super duper old. But since I did the Big Mouth Vampire, this isn't a brush from the same company that I get my mascara from ever. It's actually a cheek brush, but I really like how it's flat here and then it has this tip. I think you're supposed to be able to put it on like their palette. I'll show you. These are pretty expensive, but they're really nice. So like, see how they have this cheek color here, and then like this is a highlight, so you can swipe it and then put it on like this. Actually, that wouldn't look bad with this, so let's do that. So with their brush, you just take this and do a little swipey swipe, and then you got your highlighter here and your cheek color there, and just ta-da! It's like 1, 2, 3, bang, you're done. So then I'm going to do that. But I like the tip when you're just doing blush to like put it on, and then the tip really blends it out because it's very soft. Then we're going to just do what I did before. Pop it on like your cheek here and just swipe it up. And there you go. So then I'm just going to kind of dust it off. And then do, like I said, with the tip. And just blend that. I want to say these are, I don't even remember how much they are. But it's like, it's a really nice palette and they're really pretty. I've seen it on nail videos too, where they do like an ombre effect and then they take the sponge. So yeah, and then there you go. It's like done. I think that looks cute. And that color is similar to this one here. So I'm gonna just take this brush, and I'm not gonna do a ton on my forehead, just a little bit. I remember the one day I did like way too much highlighter, and then my son said to me, he was like, I like your shiny forehead. And I was like, oh, thanks. I didn't set any of this with powder except under my eyes, because to be honest, I have like the contour there and the powder. Like, you can go over it if you want. I think too much powder once it starts getting cold out is like just too much. So I'm dry the way it is. I don't need to get even more dry. I'm just going to use this Anastasia brow pencil from a little mole. And then I just messed it up. That's good. I'm not being picky at all today. I'm like, that is good enough. I didn't do any mascara on my bottom lashes. Just don't think it's like completely necessary. Alright, we got the contour done. I always think like, oh, I forgot something. Alright, my lips are super dry too because I did the micro needling on my lips too. I did like a semi-permanent lip color. Where's my lip stuff? Oh. So I'm gonna do probably more of a gloss. I think I've used this one before, but I really like it. And I think it goes with this look. The Maybelline Lip Lifter Gloss. This one's Crystal. I will keep professing my love for those lip glosses. That's just how it's gonna go. And then as far as another color, let's see. This is a Huda liner, and I have another one that I used the other day. Which one? They're very, very similar. I can't remember. Oh, I know. Devil Wears Prada, where she brings the blue belt out and Andy laughs and she's like, you look the same to me. But they're not. So, terracotta or sandy beige. I think the terracotta is more pink, and because I put more pink in up here, I think that's where I'm going to go. So let's just do the line. And I always like end up making one side different than the other. But props to girls who can get their lip liner on perfect. I have to like draw my upper lip on, so. And if it gets a little wonky on the edges, on my bottom lip gets wonky too. When I smile, it doesn't look like it, but when I don't, I'm like, why does that look crooked? All right. I'm going to go outside a little bit more down here. Cute. And then I'm not going to go in the middle with this because I don't want to dry my lips out more. I'm going to take this on my finger because I don't want to transfer any color into this. I think that's looking really nice. I'm going to need a little bit more. Use a different finger because that already has the mixture on there. I was going to scrape that with my nail, and then I thought better of it, only because I'm like, do I really want my trusty cleanup brush? Alright. Better. I think that works. So, I don't think I forgot anything. I think I wanted to do like a liquid liner on the top, but I think with the dark underneath here, it's pretty okay. So there we go. And then that's the lid. I think it turned out nice. Except right here. Then I'll take pictures and I'm like, why does that look crazy right there? I think it was just too bad. Too dark, too close to my face. All right, well, I hope everybody had fun. Thank you for coming. And next week I'm going to do some sort of Halloween type makeup thing because that's just pretty much what I like doing the most, I think. Thank you. I know it turned out really nice. So I'm going to start getting these darker pieces. See, they're still just from years and years of red, dark and everything like that. It's taken a bit to get out, but getting to that like icy ice queen type blonde, which I think it's working out pretty good. Like the grayish or whatever. I'm not worried about it. I think it looks cool. So thank you for anybody who even just stopped by. Thanks for chatting. I appreciate it. And next week will definitely be Thursday again. So Thursdays at 9, that's when I'm going to be doing my videos. And I just got to come up with some ideas. I know I had quite a few people ask me to do some things too. I just need to get the colors for some things. So don't think that I'm not going to do a makeup look. Bye. If you've asked me like to do something, don't think that I won't do it. I just need to get things together and stuff like that. So maybe I can't tell who anybody is on here. So all right, I'm gonna head out. Thanks again for stopping by, and I'll see you all next week.